Welcome to the Circle Podcast. Another episode, a place where men come together, have a great conversation. So today what we got going on, I got two guests. We're tackling between faith and counseling, how they both come together and make sense. So today I got my man,
Pastor Brent.
Pastor Brent. Welcome to the podcast. A familiar face.
Dr. O.
Dr. Owen Guest. There you go.
That's
Yes,
what's
sir.
up, Dr. Owen guest. So what we're speaking on today, man, is how we can bring these two together. You know, a lot of people think faith and counseling don't go together. Mm. But today we're gonna get the perspective from a pastor, we're gonna get the perspective from a counselor to see how this thing really works together.
Yeah.
So how you feel about it?
We get straight to it.
Straight to it.
For sure.
Straight to it, man. No, I think there's an intersection for sure.
Right.
I think that so much of the scriptures have so much healing language that we kind of overlook, man. We don't necessarily think about.
Right.
Man, I just don't, I'm looking at, and I hear that conversation a lot. They don't mix. But I'm like, man, you don't even know the depth of God's love for you, the way he made you, how much of an expert he is on you and about you, the healing that can take place. And so, man, you talk about from faith level all the way down to practical therapy, modern therapy today. I do think there's an intersection. One has its limitations while one has its maximizations. And so they can work hand in hand for sure.
Definitely. On the therapy side, let's hear it, bro.
I mean, absolutely. I think that, faith and therapy go hand in hand because the closer that you get to know who you are spiritually,
Right.
goes with knowing who you are emotionally. Because the two cannot be kind of distinct from one another, It has to be harmonious, but at the same time, I'm not an expert in the word. I can't do that because I'm part of the flock.
There you go, I got you.
So I can't say, hey, God wants you to do this, 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 but if I see a person going down a path and I'm rooted in my beliefs and I'm rooted in my spirituality, I can pick up little things, right? Essentially, that's it. Like, we're a tool for everybody, no matter what type of faith that they follow.
Right.
It could be Christianity. It could be a person that's Hindi, a person who's Muslim, a person who's Jewish.
Right.
It's just having that basis, everything, like I said last time, it's a personal connection. Not all therapists are going to jail with a person of the Christian faith because the ideals are different. One of the things that I tell my clients is trust that you're a good person. If you're a good person, things are going to work out.
Good intentions.
The way they is, right? Good intentions. If it's
good intentions,
good intentions, pure, it's going to do that. That's the same thing with your walk in faith as well.
Like I always tell like a lot of my clients and people I come in contact with, like, as long as you believe in something greater than yourself, you got a target. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I truly believe in that. So saying that, do we think that believing in therapy kills faith?
It can. It can kill the wrong type of faith. Faith in what? Faith in who? Faith in an expectation.
Right.
Faith in a loyalty to a person. And so the goal of therapy in its original concept is healing,
Right.
but it cannot bring healing to the soul. Only God has created us in the soul. So this is what I mean by the limitation. The limitation is if the therapist does not know how we are made, where we come from, or can answer life's biggest questions, that the client is sitting in that chair across from them, then ultimately it will kill a faith, because we are still shaping minds through therapy. We are still shaping affirmations, affections. We are still pointing people to supposedly healing and a higher self ultimately. But if that therapist can't do that, then it can kill the faith of a person.
And that's like we talked about episodes before. It's about finding the right therapist as well, too, though.
Yeah, they got to be sharp. In my opinion, therapists have to be sharp. You get a chance to talk to people, man, that are going to share their vulnerabilities, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
That's
Like
big. And that's big too.
deep depth in the heart. Yeah.
But in this day and time, hold on, this ain't my time. But like, you know, right now, a lot of people younger than me.
You're still young, man.
No, definitely young. Definitely young. But no, like a lot of people now, I was taught, you know, I come from that mentality that we're hey baby, grandma, God rest, love you. Whatever you're going to, take it to God first. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're at a time where now I'm coming to you.
Okay.
The younger generation, oh, you got something going on? I'm gonna get you a therapist. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So where's the balance? Like, we got to create the balance. And like, just us being here, we're not gonna create the balance. We're just getting a perspective from you, from him, whatever. But how does that work in your field when somebody come to you and like, I'm gonna say it like, God wasn't working quick enough, so I need you.
That's exactly
It's
what I
tough.
was
It
just
was
sitting
tough.
there. I
It was
just
tough,
sitting
but
here
I had to
thinking
come out with it, bro.
You wanna wait.
It's no. Like I always say, I know they're tired of hearing and saying I'm a God-fearing man, but at the same time, like I have a goal. You know what I mean? I have somebody I'm shooting towards.
Yeah.
Right.
And when they come to you, I know you have to be like on the fence. You really can't jump in the religious field with them. You just have to hear them, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, how does that work when they come in? I prayed about it, but God didn't solve my problem. Because a lot of people don't know praying doesn't mean it's gonna happen now, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, I come from people that believe they go walk in the ocean.
They going down.
God gonna part the ocean. Like I told you, you're gonna drown, bro.
Yeah.
And me personally, I use the Bible as a book of hope
Okay.
to get me through certain situations.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people do too.
Yeah.
So when they come sit down and talk to you and say, I prayed about it, that didn't work. How do you guide them?
How do I got them? One, I commend them
There you go.
for praying. Absolutely. Stay rooted in what you believe in. But at the same time, I always say, okay, God doesn't help those who don't help themselves. Right? It's a partnership. You
Faith
know?
without works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're not putting in the work, I'm here to help you put in the work. Just because you're here doesn't mean that you stop praying, you stop hoping, any of those things, because that's the fuel that God needs from you. And then the work that you're putting is evidence-based that he's taking and said, okay, you know what? But at the end, the change starts with you. He gets you through the finish line. That's it. So it's not me saying, okay, you prayed about it. Well, forget God, forget anything that you believe in. I'm God. That's crazy. Anybody that does that, that's a megalomaniac.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Anybody that does that, so I wouldn't trust that person with my cat, let alone, my kid.
And coming from you, bro, I needed to hear that too. Like, I hear therapy, like, I come from religion, spirituality, whatever the case may be. You being a therapist, I need to hear that because I didn't know, like, if I come talk to you, oh, I prayed about my situation. God ain't worked for me yet. What can you do for me? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not just me, it's just a lot of other people that
But
don't
if a
know.
person comes to me that way, it's kind of like, I would say, are you wanting me to sell you something? Because the same way that they're turning their back on God in that moment, they're going to do the same thing to
Turn
me.
it back on you too, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the evidence that that's being shown to me right there.
Yeah.
So it's like I said before, everything is an individual connection, and a person is going to leave if they don't hear what they want to hear. If they're not receptive, the same way that God's going to give you trials. If God gives you the trial and you say, forget this, I don't want to do it, he'll say, okay, cool. It's going to be here until you're ready. The same way that I'm going to say that conflict is there. There's no avoiding it.
Life gonna life you.
Exactly.
Life gonna life. And I think too, like, whether a person come see you, come see him, you still got to go through it. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is just how I look at it, bro. Like, you can't. I ain't talk to pastors. I ain't talk to no therapists.
But in a sense, though, I mean, a pastor is, you can consider them, not to take away from, what you do, but you can still consider a pastor a therapist. It's just like in your occupation. You're still considered a therapist.
I did that too,
Know what
though,
I'm
bro.
saying?
Like, in the mix of some storms I've been through, I ain't, like I said, I ain't talking to no therapist. I talk to myself. Because what I know is, from where I come from,
Yeah.
let me go talk to God.
Yeah.
That's in prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's through years and years of the same people doing the same thing, like slavery, all kind of things. Your parents telling you, yo, whatever you're going through, talk to God. He gonna make it right. Boy, when I say this, God, don't do your thing. But I appreciate you.
Yeah.
But he may not come through for me quick as I need him to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be my biggest thing with the faith part.
No,
Right.
and that's faith.
Yeah.
We're gonna type into that too. I talked to pastors. I went and got saved because the pastor and told me this and told me that. That's not the reason to get saved. You feel me? And I didn't know nothing about therapists at this time. So now it ain't just me, it's other people battling the same situation.
Yeah.
So how would we direct them to do what's right? We don't know what's right. I don't know if coming to see you first is right. I don't even know if talking to you is right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I gotta believe in myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that when I'm listening to you and I heard Dr. Owen too, the beautiful thing about the Christian faith is that Christ has already done the work and didn't demand you do the work first. So he comes to earth to live life in a way that no other human being could live. We would call that truly divine, truly human, but he does it even handling temptation. Matthew 4 does it perfectly, but then he takes all sin, or he takes all of our deepest longings and affections to the cross, and then it is nailed there. Now here's the point. He did it for you to where you didn't have to do it. So first point is, when I am going through something,
Right.
I know I can do it and get through it and persevere and endure. Original language in terms of like Greek, the word endure, its original language means to come under, like submit yourself under the pressure, right? Like get in there, undergo the pressure, persevere, keep striving through it. And I love that language because it's still a healing language. Like through all of that, something's happening as I persevere. As I go through this situation, something is happening in me. But then it's also revealed to me through an end. So first, it is not, do I go to a therapist first or do I go to a pastor first? It's, man, I address what I have going on with my vertical relationship with God because I've been reconciled to him first, meaning I've been connected to him first. That's first and foremost. And then it is worked out horizontally. You get what I'm saying? Like then it's worked out horizontally amongst my friends, amongst my group, my people, and then that comes in different tools.
Thank
It's
you.
my therapist, and then it's
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to my pastor. And I want to hit on your pastor right quick. Like most pastors are not equipped enough to handle the majority of the flock's vulnerabilities, sin patterns, natures, traumas, triggers, you name it. We're just not, because we're not God. And ultimately, to lead that way for us, the right way would be how to handle it within the scriptures, because we saw it. We see it done rightly in the scriptures. So we would say there is a right way, there is a knowledge, there is a foundation that'll get us to our healing, because there's too many examples of ancient time and history and historical fact or data that gets us there. Because
Okay.
we know God will heal.
I take that. Everything you said, I take that. When you take somebody like me that's I ain't that deep yet. You feel me?
For sure.
And it takes time. I know he's gonna pull me through.
Right.
That's me being a God-fearing man. But you also have other people that believe in other things to the point where, and you strong. Everything you said was strong. Me, I'm a little bit weaker. You feel me? So, and I'm not just saying me. I'm saying anybody else.
know
I'm
what
a
you're
little bit weaker. So I may have to come talk to my pastor like me and you talking now.
Got to.
You went a little bit over my head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to him. He make more sense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what we're dealing with right now.
For sure.
So he makes more sense. So I'm gonna come to him. Yo, I'm going through this. How can you help me? I went to my pastor. He said and when I say no disrespect,
Yeah, 100%.
my pastor said a whole lot of nothing. I need you to make sense.
Yeah.
Or and you're a listener, right? You listen to problems, you know what I mean? So when I come to you and be like, yo, I went to my pastor, he said a whole lot, but maybe in time it will make sense. But today it didn't make sense. And I'm coming to you with, how do you handle that?
I mean, just off of that, I'll say, okay, cool. So if you were comfortable enough to go to your pastor, guess what? He's part of your support system. So my job is to be able to, if that person is comfortable with their pastor,
Right.
I say, hey, you know what? We need to use him as a source to say you're clearly comfortable before you came to me talking to him. I'm not taking me out of the situation,
Right.
but
Right.
something led you to go there.
Right.
Now actually start listening to what he's saying. And then guess what? That client's telling me what he said. I'm able to decode it in a way that's being able in the mental health sphere of saying this is the thing that triggered you on what he said.
Right.
So it's a tag team. Anybody with anything, if you're comfortable going to somebody, I should not be the only person that you're going to as a therapist.
Right.
Because I'm not all knowing, all seeing.
Right.
But I can say, all right, I can say, here's an access point, there's an access point, there's an access point. Make a choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if you make a choice, all right, how do I maximize that tool
Right.
that you're using in conjunction with me?
Right. Because my job as a pastor is to be like, I gotta point you to Christ in my
first
job.
and foremost.
I gotta point you to Christ.
Right.
And I gotta remove myself from the situation in terms of being put on a pedestal or whatever the case may be. So if it's, man, let's just take a guy who's running with depression, highly depressed, a ton of anxiety.
A lot of us do it.
And a lot of us got it, man.
Yeah, definitely.
My job is to ask him, what are you anxious about? And don't BS me. Because anxiety is you're living in tomorrow. Right? You worry about tomorrow. Depression is you're living in yesterday, grieving yesterday. Something's there that you're grieving. What is it? Is it the through line of that is control. So either tomorrow, I'm thinking about tomorrow in such a way I want to control it, or I'm grieving yesterday in such a way that I want to control it. Who has ultimate control? Is it you? Is it I? Or is it the creator?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable now or confident now to know that you don't control everything? Or you take a person or a family man, a dude has just slapped his wife up, right? Now, because these are the stories that the pastor's gonna get.
Yeah.
We get more access to more deep stuff, man, than most people think. So you got a guy who just slapped his wife up. First and foremost, bro, we gotta talk authorities. We can't be doing that. But how you get that way? Where you learn that from? You see what I'm saying? Like, you came to me to trust me, but I also gotta tell you, bro, as a child of God, it's not right to put your hands on God's daughters. I gotta recalibrate your spiritual system. Then work with Dr. Owen, like, bro, give my man some help. So we ain't gotta send him to jail.
A lot of faith, that was my whole thing. Like, faith, and I haven't been to a therapist yet, but faith drive you to that.
Yeah.
It drive you to that because it's like, God, dog, like, and it's just like you said, you praying and praying and praying and praying and praying, years on out, like, you putting in the work.
But here's the deal too. You know what I asked? Tell me what you're praying. What are you
When you
praying?
being specific at what you want, and you're
Yeah.
not saying like I said, it's just one of them things. Like, you putting in the work and you still not seeing nothing from it.
Yeah.
You continue praying. At this point, it's like, man, what am I start praying for something else. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because sometimes you'll start thinking like, maybe this is a job too big for you.
Right.
Like, this is how for God. Like, but this is
but
this is
it's
what
how
I'm
you thinking. You
saying.
in your
Like,
head. You in your
because
head.
it's like you trying to say I ain't ready for it. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm showing you right now I'm capable of going through whatever and putting through, like,
For sure.
I'm doing all this work.
Yeah.
Now I'm driving myself crazy because you're not showing me nothing I'm getting from it.
But even there, I would say if a person came to me saying the exact same thing, I'd be like, okay, but maybe that's the problem.
There you go.
Because you're focused on, I'm doing all this
Yep.
in the trial and tribulation,
Right.
I was like, okay, cool. So what else in your life do you feel that way about? That you feel like something should be changing at that given point in time? Because if you can't even handle that,
Right.
and then you're talking about the big picture,
Right.
like a person, hey man, God, man, let me hit the Powerball, dog.
That's
I
why
can handle that. I can handle that. And it's like, well, dog, you can't even handle, if not saying.
No.
But it's like, dog, you can't even handle if I'm sliding you $100 every week and you blowing that and it's not in the investment, or you're investing it and then you're mad because you're not getting more in return.
Right. Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
What about the patience in prayer
Yeah.
and the patience in therapy?
But and it's back to what he's saying in terms of what is the real the real meaning of the trial? Is the circumstance of the trial really to help you produce patience in your life? How else will patience come? You think it's gonna fall out of the sky? You think God just gonna bless you with a bunch of patience?
It's through
Until
trial.
you don't know. You don't know until you go through it though, bro.
You have to.
Till you
That's
go
what.
through it.
That's what I'm saying. It's working itself.
True story. I went to a pastor, like, I go through weird shit. I ain't been through
Yeah.
some shit. Shit, no disrespect.
Yeah,
Pastor.
yeah.
You heard these words
Good.
before anyway.
I have, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did some things. I was in a bad place again.
Yeah.
Guess what I know to turn to?
What?
My family always turned to the church. Woo woo. I'm going through a dark place. Let me turn to somebody that can help me. So I turned to a pastor. Guess what he did? Shit, he taking money. Like, yo, you know the story. Like, he's taking money. Like, I didn't know. Like, you telling me, he told me everything in life that was gonna happen. Guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna die, my mama gonna die, my brother gonna die, everybody I love gonna die. I wasn't strong enough in faith to hear him, you see what I'm saying? I wasn't strong enough in faith to deny him.
To combat that.
Yeah,
to
them
combat.
terms too.
Yeah.
So guess what I did? I continued. Every time he come talk to me, I got to meet him in a distinct location, give him $500, give him $1,000.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry about that, bro.
Nah.
So that's not fact. No, I don't mean that, bro. That's not.
Yeah, like as I grew as a man, I had to understand that was my choice. I wasn't deep in my faith to understand he wasn't right for me.
Yeah, but I get that, but that's still what we call manipulation, bro. For
Yeah.
sure. Like that's
That's
not
a hustle.
Yeah, it's a
That's
hustle,
a
bro.
hustle.
Like,
It's
dude.
cool. I learned from it.
Yeah.
I seen dude one day in the gym. I seen him. I'm strong now.
Yeah.
Got my shit together. God for me. I read the Bible. Now I understand who Mike is as a person.
Yeah.
I know who my God is. So when I sin, guess what he tell me?
What's that?
I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Anger strike.
Yeah.
It wasn't his fault, but I came at him as if it was his fault. It wasn't his fault. I was young in Christ. I was young in my knowledge. I'm listening to, because I'm praying or I ran to the wrong person in Christ. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes that will take your faith and send it somewhere else. Why would I go to another pastor?
Absolutely.
I mean, he know who he is too.
Yeah.
So
But it ain't that.
it ain't over.
Pastor.
either.
Yeah.
I made a bad decision
For sure.
as a young person.
Right.
I needed help.
Yeah.
And I tell a lot of people too, like when I say this, correct me and get into whatever you got to get. Your spill. when you run to God, a lot of times it ain't because you're happy.
Yeah.
You run into him because you already, I'm gonna say some shit now.
You done it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say some shit.
Yeah.
Like when you run to him, you need some help because you in a bad place.
Yeah, you done made the decision.
Yeah, and you think he gonna make it the decision for you right then.
Yeah.
And when he don't show up quick enough, guess what happened?
You upset with him.
I'm upset with him. But if I'm 25 now, during this time,
Yeah.
I'll come talk to my pastor, you ain't moving quick enough. People ain't giving you that kind of money I gave him.
Yeah.
Guess what I'm going to now? My insurance. I can file it on my
EAP.
Like, for real. Like, and that's what we need to tap into, bro. Like, it's not, and that's why we're here, bro. Let people understand.
Yeah.
It's not a battle between therapy and religion.
Yeah.
Let's put it together and make it work, regardless whether you believe in whatever Christ, whatever you believe in, bro.
Yeah.
Let's make it work together. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
man. I'm like, bro, I want people to know the Lord to get the healing, bro. But as a pastor, it's all kind of folk in the congregation, bro. And you see what I'm saying, man? From every you whether it's ethnicity, whatever, from the streets, from the boardroom, they all sit on the same row.
But you gotta deal with it all.
But you gotta deal with it all. But here's the reality, man. Like, my job is to say, Mike, bruh, you ain't gotta give me. First of all, you ain't give me no money. We're gonna sit on down
I gave him that
and we're
paper
gonna
though.
hey, look. We're gonna work this thing out.
I gave him that paper, bro. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he telling me like at that point in my life, maybe I come from a praying family. So
Yeah.
at this point, they know.
Yeah.
The people gonna see it, they gonna know. I come from that family that God was instilled in me
Yeah.
until I became an adult and realized what I wanted to choose. So I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, they dropped the seeds in you, man.
Yeah, they definitely
they
put the
they
seeds
dropped the
in.
seeds in you.
Even though if you stray away, you're gonna come back. Whatever, you know what I mean, what you believe in. I did that. And then I had to realize, like, yo, well, you got played. You're not I wasn't a real hustler. He was the hustler.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in the church is hustlers. A lot of people in your position is hustlers too. But
Because I told my wife, Doc, hey, Doc, I was like, people be in therapy for 10, 20, 50, 20 years. Ain't never changed.
Yeah.
I asked someone before, when is it over? When do y'all stop? Like, when do you tell them, okay, you're healed? Let's go
Here's the
on.
thing, right? Life is like I said last time. It's ever evolving, right?
Yeah.
Just like, you walk with Christ. It don't end until you in the ground.
Yeah.
After that, that's your soul's journey. Here, if a person says, you know what, I'm comfortable talking to you, being able to kind of evolve, and then the key is me highlighting your evolution and saying, hey, you were here, now you're here. Where do we go? Like if your therapist, they say, hey, where are we going now? Then yeah, you get hustled.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's going to be therapy, just like I'm not God. So when I say this, I'm not saying it like that.
Right, definitely.
But therapy, just like your spiritual journey, just like religion, you're ever evolving, you're trying to figure things out. That's why people switch congregations, right? They'll say, hey, I outgrew this one pastor. I'm not feeling how this is working with my journey.
Yeah.
Now I visited my homegirl's church and this resonated with me. I feel like I need to be rooted here. So it may not be my client for 15 years, but 9 times out of 10, if you take therapy seriously, you're gonna be somebody's client for 15 years.
like
it's
that.
gonna be, you might be like, hey, I'm going here. I got what I need out of Owen. Now I'm going here. Then, hey, you know what? Because I went here, I need to go back to Owen.
Right.
Because there's something that this person said that made me say, okay, the only person that can get me right is Owen. In this way. So everything, right? When does sports end? Right? When does sports end? Magic Johnson is still involved in sports some way,
Still to
somehow.
this day.
Yeah.
Right? Sports never ends because that's part of his spirit, that's part of his soul.
Yeah.
Right? That's his soul's journey. Right? Same thing, right? Well, Russell Westbrook just left basketball. If basketball's really a part of his stuff, he's gonna find a way back in some way, somehow.
Right.
Right? It's gonna be the same way. If your spiritual journey leads you to Christ as a predominant source, you're gonna go back. If you need some type of guidance outside of that, you'll go there, or you'll go here, or it'll be a combination. I provide therapy for pastors.
Yeah.
And
But
pastors
they need,
legit.
I think y'all need therapy too, bro. Y'all
you
deal with a whole lot.
Bro, you have no idea.
But it's just like what he said though, with him even being a therapist, he need therapy.
Yeah.
So
And I was gonna ask that too, like as a pastor, congregation, I like y'all deal with a whole lot of devils too, bro.
Yeah, man.
Real. So have you ever like led somebody to therapy or suggested therapy to somebody when you couldn't help them?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%.
Because I know it's things like I can only imagine the things you have to take into being a pastor or whatnot.
Yeah. It's stuff that just can't make you sleep, man. You can't get to sleep or it keeps you up, man. And
In your field, this is my podcast. certain shit you can't tell people, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, as a pastor, you ain't got no rules. If it's, I mean, you may go against their trust
Yeah.
But it may be certain things like I need, like even if it was a youth coming to you saying that he wanted to harm himself or not, as a
Yeah.
pastor, you need to reach out to his parents.
Oh, I got to reach out to his parents, man.
How about you?
100%.
Like,
Absolutely, that's part of my law. Like, I
but you
tell
got to
people-
reach out to his parents
absolutely,
too.
That's the law for him.
That's the law.
Yeah.
That's part of my
Okay.
Hippocratic oath. I have to be able to say, hey, you know what? And I tell my clients this off rip. If you plan on harming yourself, harming anybody else, if you have laid out plans, or if I feel like this is an immediate need, I will tell somebody, and I'm obligated to do.
What about an adult? Like, who can you tell?
Oh yeah.
Who you
If
gonna
I-
tell?
Okay, so
if I
let's
come
say
to you right now and tell you, Owens,
right,
I don't love myself no more. I don't know what's going on. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna say, see, there's a great part. So you fill out this emergency contact list. You fill out this thing before you come see me.
That's right.
Yeah.
You fill out an emergency contact list.
That's right.
So if you come in and say, hey man, I'm legit. After this session,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, well, hold on. Let me, I'm gonna step out real quick. Let me call
Yeah.
some police
you
real
really
quick, make sure you're good. And then I'm gonna call whoever's that emergency contact. I'm saying, hey, I'm letting you know Mike said he wants to do this, this, this. We have police to be able to get him involuntarily committed for a couple hours.
Right.
This where he's gonna be.
So you structured through paperwork.
Yeah.
You're structured through God. So who you gonna
We
tell?
still structured through paperwork.
Really?
Yeah. We still structured through
I
paperwork.
know some 70-year-old pastors right now ain't got no paperwork.
Yeah, man.
If I come to them and tell them whatever I'm gonna tell them, guess what they gonna tell them? Let's pray about
What's
it.
that? No, we have a victim recovery plan. We have a clinical recovery plan, just in case that's really above our pay grade. Man, we gotta outsource that. We gotta outsource if somebody was victimized within the church.
Right.
Man, we still like a nonprofit, man. So you have to think about those things structurally. How do we? That's me as a pastor caring for people well, bro. It ain't just me getting in the pulpit preaching every Sunday. So we got those plans already laid out, structured. If somebody get abused in the church, we have to deal with that, bro. We got to.
It's this good and bad because y'all beating my head up like boom, this side saying this side just saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
people out here really need help. So like
100%.
knowing I can't talk to you, I can't tell you the real because you gonna go tell somebody you the police.
No,
That's how the kids
yeah,
think.
yeah,
That's how the
yeah.
kids think.
Yeah.
Even with you, like, shit, you're my therapist. I'm talking to you. I don't want you to tell somebody I want to harm myself. I'm just getting this shit up off me.
Yeah.
Right, but there's a difference, right? It's my relationship with my client
Yeah.
of just off of hyperbole. Somebody kid might say, oh my gosh, I just want to kill myself. I'm not going to say, oh snap. They said they going to kill themselves. It's like you have your own kid or, you guys know the octave. I'm assuming everybody here has kids,
Yep.
right? No smoke, no. Good. Keep that up, bro. But
kids.
But no, I'm just saying, like, basically an example of we know the octave.
Yeah.
When our kids hit an octave, we're like, okay, this is serious.
Yeah.
If I'm a good therapist and I've developed that relationship with my client, I can look at them and say, okay, this ain't right. Something's off. What's going on? We need to, we locking it down. This is for your betterment. And if they trust me in our relationship, they'll know, okay, he's doing this to help me rather than hurt me. And then at the bottom line, just to call it a spade, even if you don't trust me, as a person, I'm making sure you're good. As a person, I'm making sure you're good and you're not harming yourself or you're not harming anybody else. So I can go to sleep at night. That's selfish, but that's just what it is.
But and even with the youth, a lot of them are on BS.
Yep.
They just want to see how far they can go. Like
100%.
I feel like a lot of people, and I had a lot of people tell me that they gonna harm themselves.
Right.
I just feel like if you gonna call your barber and tell them you gonna harm yourself, you ain't doing nothing.
You ain't doing
Right.
So like even telling their therapist, they may be real. You have to take it serious. You have to take it serious. As the barber, I have to take it serious as well.
Yeah.
But once we lose their trust, can they still come talk to you?
Yeah. That means you didn't lose their trust if they come in.
Not. They may be forced to talk to you.
Even then, here's the thing, right? even if somebody comes to me and they're obligated by the law
Yeah.
to come to me, at some point in time, if you actually make that connection, they're coming back for them, even though they're supposed to be there because it's court ordered.
Right.
They may not come back ever again, but guess what? There's stuff that they told me that nobody else knows.
Yeah, Antoine Fisher.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that it's a lifelong connection, but they know somewhere, hey, if I'm feeling some type of way, even if it's once a year, I had one lady, she would come to me once a year. And she would say, I know I can come to you and tell you my shiggity off rip. And I know you're going to actually listen to me.
Yeah.
And then I won't see her for once. I see her on my schedule. Oh, here, this. There we go.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough for real.
It ain't a wild, wild west out here, Mike. Everywhere, you know?
You don't think it is?
Not everywhere.
Not everywhere, bro, but life is crazy. It's easy. I think life is easy, depending on situations and decisions. You know what I mean? You can't make life easy. But like when we get into what we're doing today, talking about faith and therapy, shit, y'all gave me a headache. I don't know what.
I'm trying to jump in here somewhere. Like,
I don't know what to do,
like,
but nah, for real, it's good because it can help somebody, man.
yeah, for sure.
I think a person, Mike, has to say, hey, for example, if a person say, hey, man, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You find out what that means, and then ultimately you say, I am supposed to be in the lane of flourishing or well-being or the best that God wants me to be. Part of that, I need to be joined to a church of good believers, good, bad, and ugly, imperfect. Yes, sir.
I'm glad you said it. Let me get in there.
I figure I want to throw you. I want to throw you alley.
I love it. I love it, bro. Cause I mean, I come from. Do we have to? Like, COVID shows you ain't got to go to church. I can watch it on my phone. I can watch 15 minutes on my phone.
Yeah.
Set my phone down.
Yeah.
Then when you ask me, did I go to church? I did.
Yeah.
No. Do you have to go to church to be whatever God wants you to be? Oh, smoking. Smoking. Do I?
Man, you don't have to go to the local fellowship of a specific body to be all what God wants you to be. We are the church that Christ died for.
I like
so
that.
I'm gonna pull up in this barbershop. I'm gonna pull up at the restaurant, and man, we can pray. We can do whatever. We can speak a little word.
You're going to carry God with you wherever you go.
We didn't have church, bro, because
We're doing it now.
I was taught he was everywhere, right?
That's what I was taught.
Okay, all right, that's what I was taught. Now, I'm gonna marry that to you won't be as full of a believer or Christian as you could be without getting next to the community.
See, now you make sense. See, now you danced around a whole lot of people to come talk to me.
Yeah.
Now, I believe that. Now you make sense, bro, because
Yeah.
at my age, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Like I always tell my mom, me and my mom go back and forth. Like, she got to go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't.
Yeah.
God gonna get me. He gonna get you anyway.
He gonna get you anyway.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But it's good to roll up in there and see Sister Bird.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Williams. Like, I
they
need to see
live,
that.
they live for that, but
100%.
we so, I think a lot of, we ain't gonna make this
I
about,
think that's what I got sidetracked with that.
yeah,
Like,
we ain't
'cause
gonna make it about religion, but I think a lot of people got caught up in, shit, you gotta put that Sunday dress on, you gotta put them.
The institution, the tradition.
Yeah. Domesticated as well. Mm-hmm. So do you think, nah,
because I don't feel like me not going to church. It don't.
you
Like,
ain't.
it sounds bad, but it's
you-
like it don't make
you
me
ain't-
closer to
like you
God by
just
me
said,
not being in
you're
the
not full.
body of a.
You're not full, but we ain't gonna preach the whole podcast.
But how?
Can I give you an example? Can I give you an example? There is a story in the there's a story in the scriptures, man. This joint is crazy. This dude who was a killer becomes saved. And when he gets saved, he is to become like one of the biggest missionaries. Peep this, Mike. Mike, this is crazy, bro. But he goes into these cities and they beat this dude down. When I say beat him down, they beat him down, stoned him, stripped him. He naked, he exposed, he bleeding. So he gets to one city, bro. They do this, bro. They cannot stand what this dude is preaching. This is so killer. It says the disciples gathered around him because they thought he was dead, but then he gets up. You don't want to go through life with nobody who wasn't a part of your spiritual community, who couldn't gather around you in a time where life beat you down, left you naked, left you bleeding, left you out there, left you exposed. And you ain't got nobody from the church, bro, to gather around you and pray. Because there'll be time your therapist can't get to you, your pastor can't get to you. But man, the body of believers, bro, that community, you need that community, man, to get around you and say, where's Smoke at? Smoke in the hospital, or Smoke doing this, or Smoke done got this, or this or that. Now we gotta go see about Smoke.
And that's what your church does for you.
Absolutely.
But see,
I
I
dig
feel
that,
like
bro.
that's the same thing with like real, like true, genuine friendship. You know what I'm saying? It's church outside of a church. So even coming in here to shoot the shit like in the barbershop is
100%.
like, this is considered like, not comparing it to church, but it's like you getting that. You know what I'm saying? So
Therapy
my
as well.
my
Yeah.
fulfillment is, I don't have to go to church and be somewhere to feel closer to God. You feel me? So like me having that full feeling is me still knowing that I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Me knowing that my faith still is with him.
But
know
you
what I'm
will
saying?
want to know, you will want to say, if I know God, how well can I know him? It's just like me and I've been married 14 years. You think I'm gonna stop learning my wife?
Damn, boy, you, man, you,
I
damn.
got a 19-year-old and 11-year-old. You think I'm gonna stop being the best father I can? You think I'm gonna stop getting close to him?
What? Sometimes you get comfortable, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Get comfortable.
So if I'm not close to my sons, or I'm not close to my wife, am I being the best husband or the best father?
Do you take days off from that though?
You can't.
Say it twice.
See what I'm saying? You can't. Ain't no days off with that.
I had
But
to
watch
learn
this.
that.
I can't drift into no presence. I can't drift into an avoidance.
I think I drifted
Yeah,
into that
oh
by
shit.
not going to church.
Shit, not even going to church. Say it again, you drift and avoid
I
it.
can
You
drift
avoid
into
the situation
I can
for a moment?
avoid situations. I can avoid to
that
see
cause
how
problems.
my wife character, her moods. I can just be like, "Ah, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like
I
I
got my shit together for real. But let me ask you this too, though, bro, because you make a lot of sense. Damn, bro, you just took me somewhere. I'm gonna figure this shit out too. But you know, being a deep-rooted guy, I know at this point, I feel like you are. Don't know you that well, but I feel like you are. Does therapy look like sin in the church's eye? Not your eyes, but you know, you take a lot of older people, the elders in the church. If you tell them like, I'm gonna send my son to counseling instead of sending them to God first, do you feel like that's a sin? Or do certain people look at it as sinful?
I mean, if they do this on them, it's not.
Definitely.
It ain't the. It's not the story, man. It's you know, people. If you in this church and you doing your best, a Dr. Owen, man, is God's
Good-
gift. He's
good
God's
therapist,
gift,
good
man.
therapist.
He's God's gift to the body.
Yeah.
So if he would have ever pull up at Third Day Church, I'm like, hey, yo, Doc, here go our whole program. It's our whole counseling program. It's got the victim recovery plan. It's got the clinical recovery plan. What is it missing? What are the tools, man, to help with mental illness? What are the tools to help with mental health? Like, what are we missing? What framework are we to put in that we don't have currently? He a gift to the body.
I love that.
And then I'm gonna pastor the church, say, yo, we got a Dr. Owen up in here now, and we have created a whole Christ and counseling department.
So we ain't
Dr.
just
Owen's been discipled, and that man gonna run it. In addition to running his own stuff, he gonna now give his time to the church, and he's gonna be generous with what God has given him. And what you think they gonna say?
Shit, ain't too much they can say. Go with it.
Dr. Owen,
Yeah, hey,
talk to me.
Yeah.
that's real though. Like I like the incorporation.
That's rare.
Yeah, that's
You know,
very
when you
rare.
talk about in terms of professional people within that sphere, you could probably count on like one hand how many churches do that. Because I would, to answer your question in terms of are people scared? Yeah, because it's not that people are scared of what I say.
Right.
It's more so, okay, it's the ego that's there, right? We have, and you talk about sin, that in itself is a sin. To carry that amount of ego of what I'm supposed to be and that pride in it. So me as a professional, I break that down automatic. So now you're naked. And guess what that does? That's why you talk about, does it coincide? If I do that at a church and I get you naked, there, what comes in is what was supposed to be there, but your pride and ego kept your spirit moving forward. And I'm just giving you an actual educational framework mentally, right? He gives you the educational spiritually,
Right.
of what he went to school for, what he prepped for, what he dedicated his life for. I do the opposite in terms of I'm attacking here and here. And if I'm attacking the heart opens up for what?
Yeah. It's more receiving,
Yeah.
man, because a lot of what happened on Sunday or throughout the week in Bible studies or whenever the word is going forth, man, people just fighting. They fighting themselves.
Man, it's a battle, bro.
It's a battle, bro. It's
24 hours. I could tell a lot of people, bro, I do 24 hours each day. Everybody do. You see what I'm saying? But like, my battle be tough sometimes. I pray. I ain't went to therapy yet, but I know it's tough on me sometimes. Like, for people going through things a whole lot deeper than I go through, man, yo, what gets you through 24 hours? And a lot of people ask me, like, yo, how you get through it? I go with it, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I pray. I try to figure things out and I be patient. Like, whatever's next, I deal with it. And I'm glad to talk to both of y'all brothers
Yeah,
for real,
sure.
because like, maybe I will go to therapy.
Yeah, you said that last
Get some
time.
therapy in your life, right?
I'm playing, hey,
Get some therapy.
the comments, man, yo, I'm leaning towards it. I'm leaning on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to it.
I just hadn't done my research on it. Like I'm already
research.
like I'm saying like how I wanna where I wanna go. You know what I'm saying? Like to find a therapist. Like I hadn't started that yet.
Sure.
But I already got my mind made up to like I
Do
definitely
you know a pastor you can talk to?
My mama.
Cause I don't.
My
Your
mama a
mama,
pastor.
yeah. I don't know. Like I've been scarred, bro.
But would you talk to your mom in the deepest
No.
manhood levels as you done gotten older now?
I see that, and that's the other thing, cause like I tell my mom, like I have it's back to
No,
religion again.
we talk
like,
about it. Keep your shit a buck too, though, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
sometimes we all lose ourselves in faith too, though, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he always tell me like, shit, bro, things ain't showing up quick enough. I don't even know if God on my side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
It just be hard, bro, because and then like I tell my mom, like, and it's so many different things. And I think now hearing you say that join a church and doing all that to help you grow and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense in that aspect, but
Yeah.
I look at just everything that be going on in the church and how many different spirits carry and how this person praying for you and they ain't even, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
man. Yeah,
it's a lot of things that just kept me away from it. And then like I grew up in a church. You know what I'm saying? I did all of that, but
is that a excuse too, though?
it's
A lot of mess in the church, man.
it is.
But there for everyone.
I'd rather have my own little prayer closet.
Yeah.
Is that working for you?
Is I mean, but this is
No,
thing.
let's
But this is back to it not working fast enough.
Right.
You
What
know
they
what I'm
say-
saying? So that and I've been I
Got
deal
the
with
Baptist
depression.
finger, doc.
What they say in
You know what I'm
school?
saying? I deal with the depression. Like, but like I said, I still get through and I still pray. Like my faith is still in God. It just I question it
Yeah,
so much, and it's
Right.
I think it's just inevitable. Like
Yeah.
you praying and you not seeing the
Yeah.
results. It's like
Patience.
God.
It's
But that's
patience
the other
too, though.
thing.
Like,
It's like, man,
Yeah.
how much patience I need? Like,
it's time.
good
You don't know how
gracious.
much time you
Man, bro, I was thinking about this story the other day, and I was like, it's this story in the scriptures. Okay, telling y'all about these examples, these healing examples.
Yeah, it's cool.
This lady she got an issue of blood. And she finds out, man, that, like Jesus is moving through the synagogues, man, coming through the town. But I like how the earlier verses say, like, she went to every doctor she could. She spent all her money, bro, to get rid of this disease and this issue of blood. Do you know how long she had it? 18 years. 12 years. 12 years with this issue. So sometimes I think about, you got people dealing with this for 12 years, 20 years. I can't take 3 days. I can't wait 10. I can't wait my season out, bro. I can't.
What's that
tough,
face,
man.
bro? Like, what's that face, man?
Y'all be
tough, bro.
stepping on things like y'all making sense.
Yeah, it make a lot of sense.
Like,
That's tough, though.
no, and it's cool.
And it's no
You be
judgment.
ready to
It's
get
like,
up
it's
out of
just-
there. Like, and that comes to the therapy part. It's
Right.
like, man, take me up out of here.
Yes,
Like,
I'm telling somebody like me, I gotta talk on this shit again. Like me coming up out of a divorce, bro. Like
Yeah.
in my mind, I wanted to forget 20 plus years of this woman and not just this woman, this situation.
Yeah.
I wanted to put it behind me in less than
3 days.
6 months or a year. Like, nah, I'm good, man. I don't care nothing about it no more.
Not gonna happen.
so what?
I'm lying to you. I'm lying to him.
I literally
Yeah.
have a 60-year-old who got a divorce 25 years ago. That thing is still impacting him now. To this day. To this day, man, all he wants is a family. And he's trying to find his life and chart his life in his 60s.
Yeah, I mean,
see what I'm
that's
saying?
tough. And
That was half your life.
that's half my life.
25 years.
But 25 years, same situation. So I me in my mind. Look at the therapist. Look at him. He ain't got in therapist mode. Like, nah, but for real, I wanted to. Yo, you cool? Yeah, I'm good. I ain't
Lying to yourself.
I'm lying to my damn self.
Lying.
But in the same time, not just my situation. It's a lot of people that want to just, hey, I'm out this situation.
But
I'm out this mental situation
Yeah.
because I don't want to talk to you no more. I'm out this mental situation. I'm tired of talking to the pastor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
How do y'all deal with those? Do y'all see it? Do y'all recognize it though? You recognize it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, hey, I'm good. Hey, Dr. Owens, I'm cool. I don't need you no more.
Okay, and then I'll say, cut the shit.
Yeah.
I said, cut the shit, bro. Like, I know you're not good. The fact
I ain't
that
know
you have
you-
to tell me.
Yeah. See, I like the
Says
fact. I ain't know you curse. I like the fact you
yeah.
curse, so I'm gonna come
Oh,
see
my
you.
clients know
No,
that.
cool.
My clients know. I keep it funky, man.
Nah,
Like,
that shit cool
but
though, bro.
it's legit. I always tell people, cut the shit. If you're trying to convince me,
Yeah.
then I know we're on the opposite end. You're just making it easy.
Come on, man.
You tell it on yourself,
Yeah.
and it's no different. If you got married and you felt like you got married for the right reasons, I've had people come in and say, "Oh man, I married this chick, man. I loved her. She cheated on me. This happened. You know what? F these hoes." I said, "Okay, that's cool. I feel you. Let's be in this moment."
Yeah.
All
your
that,
moment, though.
forget that. But
Yeah.
ultimately, you want a family because you wouldn't have this much passion if you just like, if a dude, if you cared about the chick, you know, you've been around a dude. If they did not care about a chick, they'd be like, "Oh, that's old girl. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Yeah.
What's up?" I can't be around her, man.
So what's that
Anytime I
saying?
think about
What's that saying?
Yeah.
So what? Hey, bro, it's like, hey, you know you want a family. That's your ultimate goal. At this period of time, you know you can't do that because you're in mourning over this relationship. And you knew that the person that you made up doesn't exist.
Yeah, man.
And now you're seeing the real person. And that in itself is a blessing. It may not look like it,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
it's like, that's a blessing. Okay, dude.
Yeah.
I tell people, hey, you dodged a bullet, bro. Or tell a chick, hey, sweetheart, you dodged a bullet. You didn't have, it might feel like you didn't, but you really did. And then 6 months later, they're like, hey, I'm talking to such and such, or I have a friend. And they feel like just because you said a friend, you don't put two and two together. Like, they talk to somebody. They're not ready to tell me they talk to somebody. All right, and now they have hope all over again.
And if you come to me, I'm gonna tell you, and he gonna tell you that. But I'm gonna say, man, that was God's protection. So God protected you in that situation from that person.
Man, religion hard, bro.
You see what I'm saying? That was
Religion?
a protection.
Like, just fake, like,
You think religion is hard?
I'm saying, like, just everything that come behind religion, like, it's tough. Like, that is hard, bro. Like we just said, the patience, the faith, the this, the that. All,
But
man,
what
it's
else?
tough. Like,
Without
that's a lot.
religion, what else? I mean, explain. Like me, I don't know. I come from that. I watched it. You know what I mean? I watched a blind grandma never complain for. She died in her 90s. Everything was God, bro. So, as you go astray, I seen what worked for her. You see what I'm saying? My life ain't half of what she had to experience. My little bullshit ain't nothing, but I think it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like grandma never, she never complained.
Come on, bro.
She couldn't see nothing. She didn't see 5, 6 of her kids.
Yeah.
But every day was a glorious day to her. She was the same person every day. So I find myself whining about bullshit like, yo.
And she did the same thing.
You think she did?
Yeah.
100%.
Behind closed doors, she's human. She was human. She's gonna do that, but it's being able to
We might
present
fall
this
out.
face.
We might fall out.
Right? It's cool.
No.
I love you, bro.
Nah, go ahead though. Speak the truth though.
But it's gonna be, everybody has it, right? You can't tell me that we've all had a journey that we're just like, man, I know such and such had it worse, but dang. I tell people, sit in that. That's your life.
Yeah.
That's legit. Don't negate what you've gone through and say, well, somebody else had a worse life.
I learned
so
that,
I
bro.
should do that. But she had that, but then she saw the beauty in what she had.
Yeah.
And she embraced that. And so when you talk about patience, sometimes patience and your blessings unlock when you say, hey, it might not be happening right now, but let me enjoy the moment.
Right.
You could be planning so much,
Right.
but you're not living in the moment. And that's what God said, hey, dog, just live in the moment and realize what you got right now.
Yeah.
Now what you plan for, you're like, hey, it's bearing fruit now.
Yeah.
Because you're enjoying each day, plus you're planning.
Right.
So why is it that, speaking on what you said, bro, because I fell victim to that too. When things going good, not only me, anybody else, when things going great, I don't want to reach out to my pastor.
Where you
I
going?
don't want to reach out to my therapist. I just want to enjoy the fruit right now. You know what I mean? Like everything's going good.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to live this shit.
Yeah.
And guess what happened?
And I'll tell you right there, right? I tell my clients this, and I'm sure he says the same thing. You can enjoy, just like a farmer,
Yeah.
you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, but if you're still not planting any other seeds, you're gonna run out. So just because you have a good time and everything's great, you can still say, okay, there's still a little bit of stuff I need to work on. Let me plant these real quick.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when the storm comes for my stuff, all that storm doing is that's providing the nutrition that the seeds that we're planting right now to sprout up. So now your season, your dry season
Yeah.
is shorter as opposed to you made your dry season longer because you just let all the other stuff fall to the wayside.
Because I'm here with you. You said a whole lot of good shit, but I'm gonna have to go to YouTube and rewatch what he just said. So y'all subscribe to that too.
Yeah, that's dope.
I think sometimes it's harder, like, considering, like, me growing up in the church and all that good stuff. Like, I've experienced a talk with pastors and all of that.
Yeah.
I've just never experienced it with y'all. Yeah. But I think with y'all is, and I don't want to hear the holy stuff all the time. Talk to me. So you get what I'm saying? There's always,
I know
we're
what
going
you
to take
mean.
it back to the Bible. And it's,
Yeah.
man, I don't want to hear that because I'm already upset at God anyway. Like, you
Yeah,
get what I'm
man.
saying? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
more frustrating hearing, well, You got to pray about it. I've been praying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's what the trigger be for me.
Yeah.
And even like I said, I'm able, I can talk to my mom like
Yeah.
in depth. It'd be some things, but then my mama would get upset because it's like,
To your mom.
mama, if I'm telling you I don't want to go to church and it's this and that, it don't, well, son, no, I'm telling you I don't want to go because of that.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So I don't need to hear from you saying this and that. And it was also one of the things I was like, I grew up, of course, in Christian belief.
Yeah.
I just can't say that I'm a Christian because I'm following what God has for me, but I'm not all the way tapped in because I sin. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm a believer in God, but I don't want to say I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be my hardest conversation with my mom because she don't want to hear that.
She not gonna hear that because
She not gonna hear it.
because she ain't raised you.
Exactly.
Right.
But it's like, mama, at this age, like I found my own way. And my own way is everything that I'm dealing with, everything I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And me saying that I can say I'm not a Christian and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I don't believe in God. It just means that I'm not doing what Christians are supposed to do.
Yeah.
Is
know
that
what
just
I'm
a title? I feel like, is that a title, bro? Like,
Well,
where we at in life now?
It's a religion. That's what Christianity is.
It's a title.
It's a
too, right?
belief. I mean, if you
Title.
want to, I guess if you want to call it a title, you can. I guess.
Christian, Baptist, what else we got going?
You talking about denominations and you
Yeah.
talking about the religion itself or the faith itself is the Christian faith.
Christian faith.
But there are other faiths. There's a Muslim faith. There's an Hindu faith.
Right.
They're all faiths, but we all have, they all have a connection in terms of moral things like virtue and goodness and things of that nature. But we differ at the core in terms of principles or tenets, the fundamentals or the basis, the foundation. You see what I'm saying? Like San Antonio Spurs foundation is going to be different from the Lakers foundation.
Right.
It's going to be different from the Cleveland foundation and then now the Sixers foundation. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just going to be a whole different foundation. While we all play ball, we don't play the same way.
We don't play the same way.
But to harp back on what you said for a second, it's good to go all the way. It's good to say, because I've always said this about men who were seekers. Ultimately, you gotta find your way. It's meaning if there is a God, you believe that there's a God, then you have to know what God you say you believe in if you're not going to define the way that God wants you to live. So it's esoteric, which means it's just fluid. It's out there. It's just a God. I believe in it because you know you ain't make yourself. You know there's a higher power.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you define it as a higher power. Ultimately, you have to narrow down where you're going to be. An atheist will say, there is no God.
Right.
Right? And then a Muslim would say, Allah is God.
Yes.
Why are we as men not defining which at least God we want? But it messes with when you do that and you say, hey man, I have a belief in a God. What happens then is whatever prayers you're praying, you got to be real and say, well, who I'm praying to? Whatever thing I'm facing, you got to be real and say, well, who can I lean this on? If it's whatever inner workings you got to deal with in you, whatever your struggles are, whatever your sin is, whatever you say you going through, what's the end result? What's the point of it all if I haven't got my foundation right? My foundation is jacked up. So whatever I got to go through, I'm just going through it aimlessly.
Right.
I'm like, bro, I'm out there on the track running with no clock.
I did that.
Right, you see what I'm saying? Like I'm running a 4x4, but I'm supposed to be getting fast. I'm running 100 or 200. Where the coach at?
Right.
Ain't no clock out here. So I'm just running. I'm running to run. So then you say, well, when my faith is not strong, well, let me go talk to somebody. Well, the wisdom and advice they give you, it can't lock with the faith. So I love to tell. I like to break it down this way when it comes to faith and therapy. And I always say this: therapy shows you why you do what you do, but only the Spirit of God, in terms of my faith, can deliver you from doing what you do. Most times, people want to unearth or unburden their own souls away from their own decisions, the bad decisions. They don't want to take accountability. We don't want to live in a lot of the trial and circumstance that we start.
Right.
I went out there and picked that chick. I knew she was bad for me. I knew she wasn't gonna be committed.
Right.
That's my fault. But in therapy, I want to unearth it like it's hers. It's not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely do. So when you ask God, let me ask you this, and I'm gonna ask you this too. When you get to the point where you know your wrongdoings, you want to ask God to forgive you. When do you know He forgave you?
Well, for me, as a believer in Christ, I know when I have submitted myself to go down on my knees and pray to my Father and ask Him for forgiveness, that forgiveness is instant. Now, here's when the better question is, when do I know I've changed? I know I've changed when I stop.
All right. You ask for that forgiveness,
You see what I'm
but
saying?
you continue to do the same thing. You can't be forgiven.
Bro, that's it.
That's common sense.
Yeah.
I asked for forgiveness, it didn't work. Now I'm coming to you. I'm telling you, I prayed to God, asked for forgiveness, but I still got this shit in my head.
Right.
I'm mentally fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm mentally messed up. I need you to get this out my head. I asked God to forgive me. It ain't went nowhere yet. I'm battling with this shit. My day-to-day is not my day-to-day. I talk to my pastor, it's not enough. I need you. What are you telling me?
Just off rip, I would say one, just the way he said it, you talking about unearthing things. If it's out and exposed, what are you gonna do? A lot of people normally, they just seal it back up within themselves and they're continuing to wrestle with it, or you give it to something, or you work on it with someone and then you work on it with me. So if you're saying, hey, I can't forgive myself, I say, okay, cool. Let's figure out why you did this, model behavior, why you feel like that's necessary in your environment. Is it defensive? Is it proactive? What? And then when you find that out, now it's there, you have to deal with it. What does that do? That increases your anxiety of, oh, this is the crap that I did and this is how I got it. This is all this stuff. Now it's, if you're a person of a Christian faith, I say, okay, now who do you give that to work it out?
Right.
You give it to Him. Now you're able to give Him more of yourself there in the church. And saying, hey, I talked to Dr. O, he said this. These are facts. Now he goes with it and he puts that to the word to where you feel like you've been forgiven.
Yeah.
Because you're now able to forgive yourself. Because he's putting it in that spiritual context for you. A lot of times people want to know, okay, how do I forgive myself and who I am in therapy? You get that. But then if you're in a religious background or spiritual background, and that's deep within you, I have to give that to Him. For Him to kind of put that there, because I did not go and study. I did not study theology.
Right, definitely. Yeah.
That's not part of me. Like I said at the beginning, I'm part of the flock. A sheep can only tell a sheep that's on that level here as much. He's going to be able to, as the shepherd of the flock, to be able to say, okay, he told you that's right, but now let me take it to my level and get you to understand you've already been forgiven because you know this. Now how are you acting after you figured out everything?
And to add on to what he's saying, in terms of I'm sitting here. I think when you say like give it to him, I was like, God, man, that sounds so crazy. But in the church, we are collectively a body, and we heal together. And so the part I do want to say is we have to get okay with the notion that this just might be my struggle for a minute.
You gotta live.
You gonna have to live with it for a minute.
Live with that, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna live with this, man, because I've done all I can and I'm doing all I can. So if the scriptures tell me pray without ceasing, I'm gonna keep praying without ceasing. I'm gonna keep taking it to the Father. I'm not gonna stop that. But I'm also, man, I'm gonna make sure I am talking to all of the folk I need to talk to, man, and work that thing out that are trusted. And again, that are trusted, that I put my trust in. They trust me, they love me, care for me, etc. And I want to encourage somebody, man, that is like really there, because you're like, man, I have done this church thing for so long. I grew up in this church thing. I'm a second generation pastor. I grew up in the church. Whatever department of the church you want to name, I was in that department. And a lot of times, man, when it comes to the world of therapy, we can say, we can make it like therapy is bad, or we have hesitancy there or resistance there. Mm-hmm. And because, well, we should be giving it to God, and we should be not going outside of the church, etc. And while part of that might be, it is true. God brings us our healing, man. I mean, Psalm 139 is so powerful when you read it. I think the other side of the coin is, man, sitting down on the practical side of life. This is where we're messing up. We're messing up in practice. Even if you were to put faith in a tradition, those scriptures do say, man, because of your tradition, you've made the word of God to none effect. So when you say, man, I'm going to go sit down, I've been empowered to sit down. That's why I use the language to talk to Dr. Owen, who is a gift from God. Why would he be seen as anything else? Why did God create Dr. Owen?
Yeah.
Why is he here today?
You gotta believe that, though.
You got that, but this is what I'm trying to encourage a person to. It's like, he's not an op.
No?
He's a brother.
Yeah.
What a beautiful gift and a beautiful mind that can help me. What is the worst that can happen? Because he asked me a few questions that made me go deep inside? Or do I not want to be exposed with my pride? Or do I not want to be exposed with vulnerabilities? Like, what is the real issue?
But with a lot of men, that's what we're afraid of.
Men are always men, and I like where we are in terms of manhood today. When I look out more in the world, we're talking a lot, and I like it.
We're talking more.
We're talking more now, and I love to see that, man. I really do. And on all channels, it's encouraging, but we cannot be scared, man, to go and sit down and say, man, bro, I need help. I need help, dog.
That's tough. we say that. We say that, and I'm glad that you said that. But like a lot of men, and that's what the Circle Podcast is about, man. We're trying to expose people to at least talk. Yeah. It's okay for men to talk. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Had these uncomfortable situations and conversations we having. So, this needs to be talked about. Yeah. Religion, therapy, vulnerability, accountability, all this need to be talked about, bro.
What helped me in my life to get on track of getting better as a man that love the Lord, man. One of the realizations I had to say was I had to stop making excuses by saying like, well, this just is how people are in the world. Or a lot of men go through this. So what it was doing was giving me permission not to come out. So for me, I had to change my language. Yeah. I'm not a lot of men. My name is Brentley Wright. I got problems. So Brentley is gonna step out the room. Ain't gonna talk to somebody.
I had to be tough, bro. Like, I was tough for no reason.
Yeah.
Tough for no reason.
I think we all were.
Yeah, like, for real, like, saying that. Hell, I wasn't soft. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was soft to the people I need to be soft to, but to the public, like, you this person, you that person. But guess what? I had to learn a few years ago. Well, you ain't shit. You ain't shit.
But also, you got to look at what men we're trained to be tough, trained to hold things in. But look at a lot of the men that bottle themselves up. They bottle themselves up because they gave themselves to the wrong person.
Right.
And they gave that vulnerability to that wrong person. That person used it and weaponized it. And it just takes one experience, right? Like, I'll have ladies come in, they say, oh, my man told me this, and he just acts this way because one person. I said, well, as men, we're wired to say, okay, if this is a threat and I know that I messed up, and if you're smart as a man, you say, I'm not going to let that happen again.
Learn
And
from the
so
situation.
we learn from the situation, but then we get defensive and we go like to the upteenth level of guys say, I'm never going to be vulnerable with a woman again. And you're like, well, as a married man, you're probably looking at him like, son, what are you doing? What are you talking about? You're going to have to be vulnerable with your wife.
Right.
You're going to have to be vulnerable with your kids.
Right.
You're going to have to do that. But if you got some crazy in-laws, don't be vulnerable. Like, it's understanding that lesson was not telling you not to be vulnerable. It's telling you to understand the characteristics of people that you can be vulnerable with.
Bro.
I think,
When I finally tapped into that, boy, it was like a weight lifted though, for real.
but this just became, it's always been a situation, vulnerability for me. And I'm like, I just tapped into it. Like, I just woke up.
Bro.
Maul, Good People Meeting.
Yeah.
I think he's a genius though, for real, because
100%.
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing with this shit. You feel me? But shit, it's a lot of men that's vulnerable, bro, that really need to talk to somebody. I get it all the time. I had a woman come up to me at the service station talking about the podcast, like, yo, you healing men. I'm looking at her like, I'm doing what?
Yeah.
She said, your podcast is healing me. I'm
But
like,
sometimes it's her saying that is like your influence.
the influence, but yet it's still like a
Conversation.
lot of people seeing what we doing, men talking. Like I always say, I say it every time, like, I think if the youth see us having this conversation, it's okay to talk to their daddy again. It's okay to talk to their uncle about real situations.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
we got away from that. I think the youth got away from that for so long because the OGs, the unks, the granddads, they ain't talking about nothing. So the kids couldn't talk about anything.
That's survival, right? We talked about this last time I was here.
Yeah.
Right? We talked about survival at that point in time, right? It's as just using Western Americans, Western Black men, right? That's the only way that you knew how to survive.
Yeah.
Was to just shut up and what Charles Barkley, shut up and play basketball. Shut up and play basketball.
Yeah,
right?
man.
But then you look at LeBron's generation, they said, no, we're not going to just shut up and play basketball. We're going to get our money. We're going to tell these kids this is what you can do. This is how much power you have as a player. Now we have NIL, right? Where your kid can make money, make millions of dollars at their local high school right now. It's the same thing as we grew up. My dad's generation, his dad's generation, and then after that was slavery.
Yeah.
So as a Black man, you had to be tough because if you showed that weakness, guess who was coming after you?
Right.
Don't folk.
In all type of ways.
Yeah.
Attacking your manhood, attacking your sexuality, attacking your woman, attacking your children. So you just had to be poker faced. We're just now, what's this, like what? I want to say what? No more than 300 years removed from that. 200?
Now we're touching into our
And
feelings.
now we're finally, that trauma is slowly disappearing
Yeah.
to be who we were. Because I always tell people, and I tell young men, especially black young men, I say, actually go back and read Roots. Don't watch it.
Read it, yeah.
Read it. The first half of Roots is legit a beautiful story. It talks about how Kunta Kinte's family was, how the men uplifted him, how he had intimate moments with his dad in terms of understanding his family was those of philosophers, travelers, those things. And now we're getting into that to where he's a second generation pastor, I'm a second generation therapist,
Oh yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
right? Of being able to say, hey, my dad walked me through and told me how people think, how people feel, all of that, to where in his generation that was looked at as soft. But my dad touched so many people's lives to where, to me, I'm like, okay, he's one of the toughest dudes I know to be able to take on that amount of emotion. You know that as a pastor. To be able to take emotion from other people and then having to be the head of your own household.
That's right.
That's strength. So for men thinking that emotion and sharing emotion is weakness, the people that you're coming to, the leaders of communities, they're taking that in and have to be vulnerable at home, having to be vulnerable with their children to raise young men and women to take that mantle from them.
Yeah.
That's why people say, as a community, we come together. As a community, we weep together. And it's sad that we do that as Black people. We only do that when tragedy happens.
Yeah.
That's it.
We weep together when tragedy happens. We celebrate when we got over tragedy, as opposed to, I'm lifting Smoke up because he's doing this. I see Smoke, I see what you're doing, all that.
Yeah.
No hating, none of that. And him being able to say, oh, that's coming from a genuine place because I know, because we have that relationship. But guess what? He'll probably be looking sideways at just some cat to go to the street. Hey, Smoke, man, love what you doing.
Yeah.
This nigga, I don't know this nigga.
Yeah.
We don't have, because we have to be protected. But being able to show that vulnerability in spurts will be able to kind of draw that back a little bit.
And I think faith starts that journey. Because I think, man, like, there's something spiritual in your soul that happens for you. I think there's a push from God to be like, you need to go work on this. Like, go work on that. I think that's a nudge from what we would call the spirit. The spirit, like nudging you, man. Like, you can't sleep at night until you get this thought out your head. So whether that's writing it down or it's like, well, I got to talk to somebody today. I just got to talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, vulnerability for me, man, bro, I was, the first couple years of my marriage, you want to talk about vulnerability, non-existent. My father had been married multiple times. My mother they got divorced when I was young,
Right.
6, 7 years old, and so my father married multiple times. My mom never remarried. So if you were to ask me, what are my expectations going into marriage? I'm gonna tell you, I got none, because whatever I had will be toxic. Okay. So the first couple years of my marriage, man, this is why the church is important. This is crazy. I'm not vulnerable. I'm loving my wife, but I'm not loving her the way she want me to love her. This is, bro, this is so crazy, man.
Well,
It's so crazy.
didn't know you had to love them a certain way. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, because if I love you, I'm gonna love you my way.
Yeah.
But God has made people, his people, so unique.
Yeah.
They have a way they want to be loved.
You gotta love them in their love language.
And in their love language.
Yeah.
So I'm failing, right? I'm failing, Smoke. Year 3, I'm sitting in my pastor office. We just talking some marriage stuff. I literally hear, I felt like it came to my heart. I felt like I heard it, man, like, they are not the standard.
I ain't never listened to nobody, man. I'm gonna admit that though. I ain't
Yeah.
listening to nobody. Like, you can't tell Mike that. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop, whoop. Anybody know me or hear this? You can't tell. Like, I should have been in there.
Yeah.
I should have listened to that pastor if I chose what I
Yeah.
chose. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I should have listened to. Hell, I ain't had nobody to listen to for real.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, shit. Listen, you say that. I should have been in them room
Yeah.
if I wanted this shit to be what I want it to be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I ain't listening to nobody.
But you look at it, Mike, that's why vulnerability is one of the most masculine things.
I ain't know what it was
to
till a
have,
couple
right?
years ago, bro.
But because vulnerability increases the likelihood of confrontation.
Yeah.
My man just told me, he said, what, maybe a year ago? It's all bullshit. A year ago, he said, bro, I ain't never seen you vulnerable. I ain't know what vulnerable was.
Yeah.
I know Mike's way. And what makes shit happen in Mike's world was Mike getting up, making shit happen, not just for him,
Yeah.
for everybody around him. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I needed to be in them rooms, bro. So now I know what them rooms mean to me now. You feel me? I didn't know before because I thought it was Mike's world. Like,
And I'm glad you said that, man, because one, that room that day helped me see stop playing defense, go to offense. It's time to switch the game up, dog.
yeah, definitely, yeah. Like, now I see that.
We ain't playing this
We ain't playing.
man no more.
Nah, it's all offense, bro. We scoring the most points.
Nah,
Yeah, that's what it
Jay-Z,
is. Yeah, we scoring the most
all
points now.
offense this year.
Yeah, all
like,
offense.
like that's what it was for me. And man, bro, when I tell you that changed my life and it changed my marriage. Because man, then I saw, okay, now I can see, I'm not gonna try to not be like my parents. I'm gonna be like Brent. I'm gonna love you the way you want to be loved. And that's got us where we are today. You see what I'm saying? The other part I want to add, this is why the church is so beautiful. Because I want to help reimagine the church for the listeners. The church, and a good church that has wonderful, loyal teaching to the scriptures, fellowship, a breaking of the bread, a praying for one another, a gathering together. It's not just a spiritual space only. It is also, man, a community of people that are married, not married, you're single, they got children,
Searching.
their families. These are doctors, these are lawyers. Like, they're in every sphere of the marketplace. You got people, bro, in the streets, not in the street. I mean, they have hit all gambit of life. I want you to see this beautiful picture, man. It's a beautiful tapestry, bro. A big, nice painting.
How can you see it on your phone, though?
Huh? You
Okay,
can't.
that's what I'm saying. I
You
can see it on
cannot
your
see it on your phone, bro.
I go to church on my tablet in the
Ain't
morning.
nobody, ain't nobody about that life no more. You can, you know what?
I go to church.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you what I tell guys about that now.
What?
You know what? You a straight consumer.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't know how to
This church,
participate.
I can go to church on my tablet. This church.
Nah, that ain't church.
He's speaking the word. This is church.
You just getting the word, doc.
He's speaking the word. This church.
You need to go see brother. You need to go see Deacon so and so.
Take somebody. I
You
need
see what I'm
to
saying? You need to go be able to say, man, look what Deacon got on today.
But I can pause my tablet. Go take a shot.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? I told you.
Go take a shot. Come back.
Straight consumer, man. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't heard.
Play again.
You ain't heard nothing. It ain't,
I can go to YouTube.
ain't nothing like being in the room.
I get it. That's
Ain't
all I
nothing like
wanted to
being in
hear,
the
though.
room, man.
I wanted to hear that, bro.
But I want people to know, like, man, it's people figuring it out every day too.
Yeah.
Bro, ain't no church perfect. And if it was, it became imperfect the day you walked in.
You know what I thought a lot of times I watch people in church, even like my family, like, you got what? Bible study on Wednesday, church on Sunday. They help you get through seven days. you get to dump it off on Wednesday, pick the bullshit up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, go back on Sunday and do it all over again.
Yeah.
But it's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that, bro.
Bigger than that, bro. But you gotta want that too, bro. You gotta believe that and want that.
It's a place where I tell people, man, the church is a place where
You seem like you're in a good place, bro. I'm kind of jealous.
I love it.
Kind of jealous. I see happiness
Love
in
it,
you,
man.
bro.
I love the church.
I know. I see it in
Say
you,
that's
bro.
the fullness he's
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
see that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there though.
I gotta get that. So I gotta
Yeah,
get back
definitely.
to that because, like I said, I strayed off. Like not from Lord God Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like, but from the church and like what you were saying, that makes sense. Like hearing that, it makes sense. But
Yeah, man.
I got to get back to it. But
Yeah.
you know, when you're away from something for so long, it's like you almost have to force yourself.
That's
but
right.
when you forcing yourself, it's like it ain't really there yet.
Yeah, man.
So it's like it's just one of them scenarios.
Yeah, you think they won't want you. I got this, I mean, I work too. So
Oh, do you now?
I'm a pastor that work.
Oh, there you go.
So
Okay.
But so I was at work, man. I was dealing, and this lady came up to me. She said, "Man, you are giving straight pastor vibes." So I ain't say nothing at first. I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to say this or not," you know. So I go, "Yeah, for sure."
Yeah.
So she said, "Hey, man, I ain't been to church in a long time." I said, "Why don't you go back?" She said, "Man, they're gonna beat me down for my lifestyle." I said, "What's your lifestyle?" She said, "Hey, man, I'm gay. I got a wife." I said, "Okay." I said, "Let me ask you a question." I said, "Let me ask you a real question." And I said, "I want you to answer it today. Do you believe that walking back in that church, them people gonna beat you down about your life, or do you think it's more worth it to go back to the loving, open arms of God, who's been missing you and waiting for you to come back to Him? And when you do go back to Him, what you think He gonna say? You gay? You think that's the first thing He gonna say, or is He gonna say, "Boy, Sophia, man, I missed you.
That's God talking.
I love you. Hold on. I love you." And I said, depending on the church, hopefully you get back to a church that has been groomed well to receive people.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, we all in this thing together. Now I said, this your journey. And you have to understand your journey of climbing that mountain. And you got to understand the cost. You got to understand God's standard. You got to get back to all of that. But the bigger thing is get back to the love. Getting back to His love, man. You missing it. You know how much goodness you left on the table? You know how much transformation you left on the table?
I'm gonna have to press my suit up tomorrow.
You gotta press that joint up, Mike.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm going to church tomorrow, bro.
Press it up.
Yeah,
But you see what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
at the end of the day, struggle, persevere through that, man. Yeah. We're gonna persevere through Dr. Owen, man. We're gonna persevere through the ministry. We're gonna persevere through life. Man, we are not gonna do this on our own.
Yeah, I'll come.
That's what we're gonna stop. We gotta stop that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like healing come from both sides. Whether it's the church, whether it's the couch, you know what I mean? It's men. We got to embrace both. You know what I mean? So this is the Circle Podcast, and I appreciate y'all for coming out, bro.
Oh man,
Learn a whole lot.
Ready, bro.
Learn a whole lot. Yeah, learn a whole lot for sure.
Definitely, man. Hey,
Appreciate y'all for sure.
appreciate that, man.